I'm going to talk to you about negative feedback on resale apps. So on the eBay resale app, I recently received this negative feedback right here. It is my third negative feedback ever. So I want to talk to you about my takeaways from that and how I tried to reconcile that after I received it. So first off, let's talk about the takeaways and what I could have done better, my mistakes that you can learn from and that I'm going to learn from. So first off, the buyer just said I was being passive aggressive, which I was not, but I can completely see how I was perceived that way. I'm a very direct person. I'm to the point. I used to be a manager at a big box retailer, and I would often have to change my personality from one employee to the next because not all personalities, match up. So I'm very direct, right? Hey, here are the facts. 1, 2, 3. Let's move on, right? That's kind of how I was with my response. And that didn't sit well with the buyer. I completely get that, right? So takeaway, adjust. With reselling, we respond to messages all day long when we're going through our normal lives, right? It's not like we're having to adjust our personality for 8 hours behind a counter somewhere working where you're a completely different you for that 8 hours. So often our personality will bleed through in those messages and we don't adjust like we should. So first takeaway right there. Second takeaway on this. So the buyer's other issue was they said that there was something broken on the band and I purposely didn't disclose it in the photos, which not the case at all. It wasn't shown in the photos, but I didn't realize there was something broken on the watch band. But so that is true that it wasn't shown in the photos, but let me explain. So with that, whenever I sell a watch, I usually don't sell a band at all because, bands are $5. They're a dime a dozen, right? They're tchotchke items. So I usually take closer pictures of the watch because people are concerned, are there scratches, et cetera, et cetera. So I try to get good close-ups of the actual watch itself. It's something I didn't catch. I usually don't sell bands. I didn't realize something was broken on it. But takeaway, take better photos. Real quick, a word from our sponsor. I will be having my first Whatnot show Monday, 1/27, 5 p.m. Central Time. If you're not on Whatnot and you want to shop the show, in my link tree, there is a referral code. It gets you $15 for free to spend on my show. Anyways, back to the video. So how I try to reconcile that with that buyer. I sent them a message, basically letting them know, hey, I'm sorry, I did not mean to be passive aggressive. I see how it came off that way. I was just trying to give you the facts. I did not mean any disrespect whatsoever. Trying to give you a friendly heads up that when you file the returns like that, if you get enough of those and sellers fight them, basically you can get your account in trouble because if the items were described correctly and the seller wins those cases, your account could get shut down as well. So trying to educate the buyer, really. I told them I should have taken better photos, which that's on me. That's my bad. And is there anything I can do to make this right? So that's all I can really do. Not all feedback you can reconcile, but whenever you can, try to do it. Get takeaways from it. Look at yourself. We're not perfect. We make mistakes too. How can we make it better? Like that, someone's going to look at it and they think I packaged bad. I mean, that watch was in a bubble mailer, wrapped in big bubble wrap, then packed in a cardboard box. It was super protected, but someone's going to look at that and they think I packed poorly now. My other two negative feedbacks, there was really nothing I can do on those. One was just freaking, I'll give you an example, mind-boggling. So let's just say, I'm using this for an example. Say this was the item. This is a filter kit for like a camera, right? On the item that I sold, there was artwork on the box like this. They were upset that it did not come with the apples. Well, I wasn't selling any freaking apples, and I can't help what the manufacturer puts on the box, but they were upset that it didn't come with all the other stuff that the manufacturer had in the artwork on the box. Never once did I insinuate that was included with it or that's what I was selling, but I can't fight that. It's stupid. The other one that I got, it wasn't even about an item that I sold them. So I sent them a message asking for a revision, saying, hey, I thought this was meant for another seller. Is there any way that you could remove this feedback? And it didn't get removed. So it sucks, but it is what it is. So now buyers may look at that and they think that, hey, like this person said I was deceptive because I didn't include the apple. I wasn't selling a freaking apple. But yeah, that's my thoughts on negative feedback. Have takeaways from it. See what you did wrong. Try to reconcile it whenever you can. If you guys want me to talk about anything, shoot me a message or leave it in the comments. Have a good day.